Oops. Hey, y'all. Listen, I don't know what's going on. My internet is acting funky tonight. Maybe I think it's because it's raining, but it's late night. I feel like talking a little bit. So who up? Let me whisper so we don't wake up nobody. Who's up? Who had to be? Let's talk. I would have went on earlier though. I really didn't feel like it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. Last couple of days I've been working at some other stuff that actually, bring them in that work. So I've been really like working, keeping my head down. And to be honest, like I needed to be out of the space on YouTube for like a minute. Like I needed to, just recuperate, and get my energy back together. This thing is exhausting. Well, let me greet everybody before I just start running my mouth because y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I just start talking and stuff. Nene Ashley, hey girl, you still up? I know that's right. Silly Boy 12, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. New Zealand, right? New Zealand in the house? All right. Bianca, the beautiful Bianca Edwards, y'all. She say hit that like button. Please hit the like button on the way in. Get your drinks now. It ain't too late to have a nightcap. Go on, get your po on. Get your po on. What's up, Miss Sparkle, y'all? This is our resident Mary Kay lady. She is in the house. Happy to be happy. Up in here. Good to see you. Mama's Peanut is here telling y'all, hey. Okay. Hi, Vibe. How you doing? Good to see you, Lena Pretty Brown Eyes. Hi. How are you? I'm glad you're here. All right, all right. Is this Ashley? It's Ashley. Driving home and listening. I know that's right. Y'all know we don't do too many of these late night sessions on home, but we got to get one in today. Shani, how you doing, girl? Yes. I know that's right. We got to talk about these people. Cheryl, how you doing? Glad you made it. Who else we got? I'm trying to keep up, y'all. When I say my internet is lagging tonight, and it ain't even storming like that out there. AT&T is bugging. Tandra. Hey, Tandra. Lel. What you doing up? What you doing out the bed? Okay. Tiffany. Hi. How are you? I'm glad you in here. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. Hey, E. Davis. Listening on your way to bed. I know that's right. So listen. Anybody else come in, y'all, we just gonna holler at them as they slip and slide through the door. But you know the crew on the porch got to talk and we got to keep it real. Now, first things first, this one thing been going on for a couple days, and I was going to go live as soon as it came out. And I was like, okay, well, let's talk about it. And then, I got busy. I'm sewing, I'm cutting, I'm stitching, I'm beading, I'm sweating, all these things. And I got distracted. Oh my gosh, this is my girl. California cutie. It's been so long. I miss you, gorgeous. It's good to see you. All right. Yeah, the Queen's Court show, it does look a mess. It looks extra ghetto. Definitely stolen from Kaya and T.S. Madison. Absolutely stolen name. Not cute, not cool. But this Juan situation, y'all. Oh, we got to talk about old Juan, honey. First of all, y'all almost jumped the gun. Y'all know I gotta be one of the most careful people in this space. I don't be wanting to say nothing till I got the whole rundown. And so at first I was like, oh, okay, well, if they investigated and that's why they got rid of them, then bet maybe they saw what they needed to see so they could tell him to go on and take a flying leap, long walk, short pill, all that good stuff. Jenna Harris, hey Bookie, Callie Harper. Oh Lord, sis say one firing down, one to go. Time for Bravo to give Rob her pink slip. Hey, Royal family, I know that's right. So listen, I love when Jenna say pretty peeps, okay? The pretty peeps, okay? Listen, y'all, I was gonna jump out there like, oh, Juan, we got you now, baby. They done investigated, and then that they done found what they need to find, and you got to go. Child, why I waited one day too long for the truth to come out? The official statement from the school ain't had a goddamn thing to do with that lawsuit. I said, you know what? I'm so tired of these people. I'm tired. Y'all, I'm tired. Part of me was just exhausted mentally. Mentally just exhausted. And I'm going to tell you what exhausted me. What exhausted me was not the actual reason the boy was fired. I was not exhausted just because I'm tired of hearing about Juan. You know, for me, Juan is a joke. That's why I be saying free Juan. Okay? I wasn't exhausted for any of those reasons. I was exhausted because of all the people that did what I did not do, which was jump the gun, and then they end up getting rid of that for something else, which that we all know that he is. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into that. Because I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. Jenna said I gave him side eye from the jump, but how lovely Marston family. But here's the thing. Child, that ain't no cover up. His record is his record. That's what I'm saying. They fired him for his record. Let me read this. Let me read it. Because y'all know I don't like to quote nobody. If I have the opportunity to read what was actually said by the people, and it's irrefutable. That's the part that's just, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. And this just goes to show like people literally will go with a narrative rather than just waiting. I swear to God, it is exhausting. And I hate to be dramatic, but it just is. So are you exhausted from Robert windmilling for her said husband? I am. Child, every time I see Robert, I'm tired for so many reasons. So this is what was said by them peoples. Okay, now this is what's in the article and what they had said. Okay, let me clear my throat one more time so it'll be official. Coppin State head men's basketball coach, and yes, I'm going back to Florida with that one, the coach, Juan Dixon, will not return for the 2023-2024 season. Coppin Athletic Director Derek Carter today announced that Dixon is relieved of his duties effective immediately. After fully evaluating the men's basketball program, or as we would say in Florida, program, and performance, we feel a change of leadership is necessary moving forward, Carter said. We wish Juan and his family the best for the future. We thank him for his time at Coppin. Dixon, the seventh head coach or coach, depending on where you from, in the history of the Coppin State men's basketball program, finished his 6-year tenure. So apparently that's what he agreed to was 6 at CSU. I don't know whether that's what he agreed to or not, but they say he finished his 6-year tenure at CSU with a record of 51 wins and 131 goddamn losses overall record. Now, this is what I suspect to be the truth about Free Juan Dixon. Hey, LB. Hey, Yolanda. Okay. Who else we got? I don't want to miss nobody. So now, what it looked like to me What it looked like to me is that Juan got fired for being a loser. Now that's what it looked like to me. It looked like this Negro is a loser. And that's believable. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when he was in the NBA, he wasn't no winner. I mean, I'm gonna say it if don't nobody else say it. Now I feel like, he ran there like Kunta. He kind of scrapped to Big Robert, but that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that one, you's a loser. That's like that line from The Last Dragon. You lost, Rock. You lost. Every fight, they got you. One. It looked like you lost during every game them people got you. How the hell you got a record of 31 wins and 151 losses? That don't even sound like 50-50. Where the smart people? Can one of the smart people give me a percentage? This is embarrassing. I almost would rather he got fired because he didn't report something because he thought it wasn't a big deal. This boy got fired for being a loser. A loser. I want y'all to let that sink in. Okay? See, this is what I'm talking about. When people start running with narratives, like the truth be so much more hilarious. And then they gonna put that out there just casually. Like that ain't like a whole bomb you dropped in the middle of this man's scalp. And I know the word is scalp. I know that. But they dropped it in his scalp. You's a loser, Juan. A loser. I'm trying not to cut up, but I'm just saying, I had to get in here to say this. I had to. I didn't have no choice. The boy, you's a loser. And you over there strapped to Big Robert. And listen. Juan, you done lost in every arena of your life. You had an opportunity in the NBA. You lost. You made more money than you'd ever seen in your life. And you handed it to somebody with the brain cells of Robert. And you lost that too. Then you was overseas playing ball, had you, the snow bunny of your choice, and you let Big Robert use them children to leverage you back over here, and you lost that too. Now you done got you a decent job over to the Coppin State. And I be John Brown. If you didn't go look, how the hell is your goddamn ratio 51 wins and 131 losses? California Cutie said, why was I thinking about The Last Dragon too, sis? You're a bum. That's right. You're a bum, Rock. You lost, Rock. You lost. Every fight they got you. The Great White Hopeless, they called you. That's one. That's one all day. Hey, Deborah Harris. Y'all, this don't make no sense. This don't make no goddamn sense. And it would be Robert. Robert, if you gonna trap a man, trap a winner. Golly. Oh, this is embarrassing. Hey, Nacho Twins, mama. This is embarrassing. This boy is a loser. Is it my fault? I read y'all. Okay, ain't nobody gonna give me the percentage of his wins. Give me the percentage of wins that Juan Dixon had. He won 31 times and lost. I'm sorry, he won 51 times and lost 131 times. Can anybody give me this man's winning percentage? Hey, Clyde. Loser with a capital A. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me just say this. When a woman legitimately go with Juan Dixon, you supposed to be embarrassed as hell. Now, we know Robert ain't embarrassed because this somebody wasn't even ashamed that the world found out she was skipping baths. Not even bird baths was she taking. So we know she ain't ashamed. But whatever woman go with Juan for real, I need you to be embarrassed. Okay? Talking about here come the divorce. How she gonna divorce him for being a loser, Kelly, when she a loser? Ooh. LB say Robin stay losing, so I guess it spread to him. You think he caught it from Robin? Lord have mercy. Yolanda say he was allegedly shooting hoops in the bedroom, but not with the Rottweiler. Well, I mean, whatever woman was allowing him to have basketball practice, she need to be shamed. You know what, Peanut? You're right. A winner would never let Robert trap them. Yeah. Oh man. Now I'm gonna tell you my impression of what I thought. When he got trapped by Robert and them, I could see how it happened, but I was like, maybe he's slow. And now we see that it's a possibility. It's possible. Hey, Vanessa Comagate. You say Sleep Rock Flintstone, bad luck, baby? Yes, definitely bad luck, baby. No, I can't miss it, sis. I can't. What kind of mess is that? The baby say he got a win in it 2.57%. I'm through with my life. That's it for me. It's curtains for me. Hey, Kai, child, we in here talking about the fact that Juan Dixon is a loser. Yeah, 2.57%. Lord, the baby say sheesh. Yes. Oh, yes. What you saying? Don't know if I tell you something? What did he saying with your little crazy self? That's horrible. Hey, this boy don't even have a 10%. He don't. Oh my God. Hey, Linez. He's a loser. You can't just say loser. Loser. Child, listen. At this point, I think Juan would rather we believe he got fired because he didn't report something. Boy, you got fired because you terrible. Loser. Oh, this was too much for my mind. Shannon say maybe he can get a job coaching a team in Canada. We know he has a place to stay. No, he need a job being Bobby Boucher. We need him to get a job as the water boy or the team manager. Coaching ain't for you, Juan. I was trying to figure out how somebody that wasn't never a winner on the court was going to coach. Now, I didn't understand that from the gate. I was happy he had him a job. You know, I like when men have jobs. That's wonderful. You know what I mean? Kai said someone said there are a couple who knows how to fumble a bag. But Kai, 51 wins, 131 losses. That is not a fumble, my love. That ain't no fumble. That's a spike. That Negro grabbed that ball and spiked it and did the icky shuffle. That was not a fumble. Hell no. A fumble is you have one bad season. Is you start off the first half of the season a little rough and the team gets some chemistry or something. A fumble is not 51 wins and 131 losses. That is not a fumble. That does not a fumble make. LEL said, well, I guess Robert didn't lie when she said she made more. Well, she do now. She do now. I don't know if she was lying then. I still don't believe. I still believe she was lying then. But one thing about it, my mama said, don't lie because God will make it the truth for you. And now it's true. Because and we can't even say you about to lose your job. You lost your job. And I feel like Juan, with that type of record, hell, maybe Juan ain't want to work. Maybe he wanted unemployment. I don't know. Because, I mean, did you even try? Did you put all the players on the court, Juan? Like, what? Can we get an interview with Juan Dixon? Somebody, Rottweiler served him kibbles and bits, special edition. Now, you know he got to stay over. He got to stay the night to eat something over there now, Londo. What you say? Robin, you in danger, girl. Juan gonna be bored. Even if he bored, she ain't gonna know. That man don't stay there. Now, if that other woman put him out because he ain't got no check, he might have to come beg for a room over there or something. You say Juan wins and losing. Well, I guess you're right. He won that. Lord California Cutie say, and Rob man didn't have him sign a prenup. Ooh, child. Yes, honey. She wasn't worried about that prenup because he had a decent check coming in. Now he ain't got no check. If he leave, well, hell, first off, they ain't even married because we still ain't seen no marriage license unless y'all seen one. Hey, Mo Better Flower Petals, girl. That's right. Po Juan. Lord have mercy. 2.57 winning percentage. Juan's a loser. Is the official Juan Dixon is a loser. Tiffany GT say, okay.
So I saw a picture of Candace holding her stomach on one of them housewife Facebook group. What was she holding her stomach for? She ate some of her husband nasty cooking? Because some of that stuff he be showing online look like pure vomit. And he be acting like he really doing something other than messing up groceries, because that's what the hell it looked like. Juan better ask Chris to teach him how to fry fish. He better ask somebody who know how to cook. Yes, the water boy. Okay. Bobby Boucher. Hey, Southern Charm. I don't go to sleep no way. I just felt like coming online this time of night where we could clown and cut up, child. We is in here discussing that Juan Dixon is a loser. Hey, Just Jules JG. I can't believe it. I feel like he did this to get an unemployment check. I don't even believe nobody could lose that much by accident. Yeah, it looked like he positioned himself for the fail, sis. It looked like. I'm just saying, like, maybe he is just a natural born loser, but I feel like this Negro was trying to get a check. That's like somebody that go to work and don't do none of their work. Like maybe he only put 3 or 4 boys on the court at the same time, or maybe he only put 2 of them out there and they had to do all the work. Or maybe like, I don't know what he could have did to get a record like that. This is definitely giving Bobby Boucher. Like, this is the Louisiana Sundogs from Bobby Boucher. Mo better say all them reunions when Roberto said Juan was working. The record shows that was a lie. You got that right. Now, Mo better flower petals. You know what? One Florida girl to another, I feel you. That Negro wasn't going to work. He wasn't going to work. And that heifer that he was up in there at the laundromat, all cozied up with, talking about, we was doing, that's somebody that I worked with. Well, you show y'all wasn't working on the court. Now, what the hell kind of work was y'all doing? Because according to Juan's record, that Negro didn't do one day full of work in all 6 years. He didn't even do one day full. Not even one day. Well, we looked it up and it wasn't that. It was like 150 or 158 or 150 something. Jenna Harris showed us how to look it up. So it wasn't no 90. It was 158 something. 158 and some change. But we looked it up on the state website. Ooh, child. Long talking about Juan gonna creep. That is a single man. Why y'all keep trying to call a single man a creeper? Hey, Tasha Brooks, say Robert Dixon better sell that house. Sell them houses 24 hours a day because that household is cursed. Ooh, girl. Did you say the whole house cursed? I'm through. Maestro, Robin, you can't win when you play dirty. Hey, everybody, you so crazy. You ain't wrong, though. Just Jules say now he got more time to be with his real woman. I want to know if the real woman going to keep him while he unemployed. Now, that's the question that I would like. Is she stand by her man, or is she going to say, you better get back over there with Robert Muskie behind? Southern Charm say his low vibrational energy could not have been inspiring to the team. I don't know why. Most of those men are low vibrational. The ones on the court, the ones on the coaching staff. We talking, you know what? Let me shut up. I'm just saying. We know Juan's designation. Okay? And everybody that look like him, I won't say all of them, but I'm going to say the percentage of them that are low vibrational is way higher than his winning record. Talking about what a play that bad, I don't know. I feel like Juan didn't bring the best out them boys, and he didn't coach them right. He didn't tell them what to do. The 10th girl, he won 51 games and lost 131. The baby did math and said that's 2.57% winning record. Say Juan better call Darby's Barbies for a gig. Child, Michael might lend him some money for a business or something, but then again, no, because Juan is a loser. So even if Mike give him a couple million, be like, boy, get your life together, he gonna lose it. You say you don't want not a piece of Robin's life. Not one piece. Everything she touched turns to pure manure. Tasha say Robert tried to take money off Wendy's table, trying to ice her out, and look. Ooh, woo! Listen, Tasha, you preaching tonight, girl. You preaching tonight. What them old people used to say, when you dig one ditch, you better dig how many? 2, she tried to steal a piece of meat off Wendy's plate and her whole plate fell on the floor. Whatever money he was able to hand her out that check that he was going to help her out because he wasn't in that house, you won't get that no more. Oh, people were saying congratulations because she healed her stomach. People need to stop that. That girl praying for it because she say she pregnant. And we're going to talk about Spice Them when it got pregnant, y'all. Shannon say, can we talk about it? Can we talk at 1.6, please? And show me how to get that on the Twitch, get on that Twitch joint. www.twitch.tv and then search for my name and follow me. I'm there. California Cutie say, I'm so happy to catch you live. Girl, I'm happy you here. Because this has been one heck of a story. Lynette say, I guess Robert will have to sell more hats to pay that mortgage. Girl, Juan name ain't on it no way. So I'm going to see, like, it was already her responsibility. If he hauled tail, she on her own with that. Because I still don't believe that man married her. I just ain't seen no marriage license. Everybody talking about they can't find one. He LEL say Juan can be a husbander. This the time to get Robert back. Ooh. Did you say go piss away her money in investments? Child, but Juan gonna go invest in some hoes. That's what Juan gonna do. Oh, this too much. Y'all, this too much. Tasha say Juan can't say he at work. What story will he tell Robert when he go missing? You mean when he don't answer his phone? Yes, when he don't answer that phone, baby. Yes. What else y'all say? Say, that's not right, Shanitra. You saw the man doing the laundry. You can't say he ain't do one day of work. Child, he was up there washing him and that girl bed sheets and stuff. That ain't no work. That was not no work. They was not at the school. They was at the local laundromat in the duck off, and he thought wasn't nobody gonna see him. Hey, Rochelle. Ooh, y'all too much. Say no married man should be cozy with a coworker because he ain't no married man. That man's single. You heard what he told Miss Canada? Ooh, child, you right. Everything she touched turns to crap. Her mama need to get her prayed over. Something wrong. So you know he can't muster that up, huh? Say so we'll see one more on this upcoming season of Potomac. I want to see what happened at this point because it's clear they're not gonna fire that tramp. They need to. I know I'm sick of her. Tiffany say, well, that hurts even more than 150K. I'm not a fan, but I hate to see a person lose their job. I hate to see anybody lose their job too, Tiffany, but the man is a loser. 51 wins and 131 losses. Them people ain't had no choice but to fire him. Either that or they was going to have to make all them children return their scholarship money. Yeah, Robert better hope she still got a job because if Robert get fired too, them little boys going to have to stay with grandma and them, but they going to be back warm, heating up water on the stove and stuff. Child, Robert better sell anything that ain't nailed down. Sell them tracks out her head. Sell them little dusty clothes. Sell them ruffles she had on in Miami. How much them ruffles go for, y'all reckon? I don't know if Michael will go all out. You know Michael don't play. He don't care how much he like you. He married Ashley and she couldn't get but $12 a month for her wardrobe. Y'all so crazy. Michael waiting for Juan to call now with the blonde wig on. Child, Juan and Michael somewhere right now balling out with a hotel room full of hoes. Right now. Hey, U.S. Army Brett. Child, Tasha crazy. Kyle, what you say? I bet Juan name it ain't on the deed, remember? His name not on it at all. The Lord of the Rings let that out. Lynette say, don't no woman want a broke man. Maybe Michael Darby can put him up on game. Michael, I'm telling y'all know Michael is tight with his money. Y'all be playing. Y'all know Mike don't play about his money. I don't know what y'all think this is. I don't know what y'all think it is. Y'all know darn well Michael Darby do not play about his money. That man don't play nothing. He wouldn't even get himself no big fine house. It wasn't happening. Not your twins, mama. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. She said, want to support the channel? Hit the like button. All right. She said you can join membership or send a super chat or cash app. All right. Appreciate that, sis. Nice little PSA. Tasha say Juan might just tell Robert bring his real lady over now that his career's over because he don't have to pay for the hotel. Just bring her to the room at the house. Well, this is the problem with that. Then he got to pay his share and the woman's share, and he ain't even gonna be able to pay his share. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work unless the lady willing to come in there and help Robert pay that mortgage. Now, if all of them get together and work it out, they could split that mortgage, or at least the girl can try to pay one share. I don't know what they're gonna do, to be honest, but them children don't need to be back bathing in cold water. I don't like Robert, but them children ain't did nothing to nobody. Now, y'all know how I am about the kids. Now, they ain't do nothing to nobody. Shannon say, wasn't Robert trying to be a truck driver at one point? She better get on the road again. You so crazy. She wasn't going to drive them, but she was pretending she wanted to buy some trucks for somebody else to drive. You know that thing too ditzy to drive a truck. You got to actually have a brain. California Cutie say, and Rob Dashman had the nerve to gesture to kiss her behind. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. You must have been doing a talk to text at Rob Man. Yeah, she did. She patted her behind at the camera, flipped the bird. You did all that for this man to lose his job because he losing. And this is the other thing. Robert knew that boy was up there going with them women. You seen how many games he was losing? You knew he had a woman up there. He was so busy playing beach blanket bingo. He ain't had time to play the game. This is silly. At the end of her so-called wedding ceremony, she should have just jumped in the lake. Actually, the both of them today. Child. Sure should have. Lord, can I say Golem keep a tight leash? Yeah, Golem don't play about that bread. That look here. The money is the precious. The money is the precious, honey. When it come to Michael Darby, Mike don't play about that money. So now you know we got to talk about y'all friend, the Lord of the Rings, honey. We got to talk about the accordion neck. We got to talk about slinky neck. A slinky. Oh, what a wonderful toy. A slinky. Fun for a girl or a boy. We got to talk about her, baby, because she did an interview. Hey, Dora. And listen, she doubling down on the lies she told on that boy. And I'm going to let y'all hear for yourselves. This one of them nights. I ain't quoting nobody. I'm going to let y'all hear what the hooker had to say for yourself in her own voice. Because she liked to lie. I don't. I want people to hear exactly what you had to say.
Just saw the unfortunate news yesterday that he's been let go from his position. Any response to that? What do you kind of think of that whole situation, unfortunately?
I think, the coaching world is tough. I think, he was in a tough position. They did have a losing season, and
did she say a losing season? He done lost season to have 151 losses.
But, Juan, if anything, I know about him, he'll bounce back and he'll be fine.
Your bestie, Robin, we just saw the unfortunate news yesterday to see that Chris is still up in arms about everything that happened this last season.
Well, it just shows you, when people do a lot of talking, they got a lot to hide. So those are my thoughts and feelings on it. And, sir, this is not your show. It's your wife's. So you do not have a champagne glass. Go sit down somewhere.
Do you have any reaction to...
So she tried it. Now, first of all, it's called a champagne flute, you ignorant heifer. Okay? It's not a champagne glass. It's a flute. I wouldn't expect you to know that. You backwoods country ignorant bumpkin. We know you don't know any better. We know this. Okay? I'm sure there are absolutely no champagne flutes in your she shed. But can we talk about the fact that she said a losing season? And this Negro done lost 150. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around 51 wins and 131 losses. Like, how do you lose that much? This fool said a losing season, Lord. I couldn't take that. I had to get off that part. But the part that I couldn't get by, my mind wouldn't let me go past it, was her saying that Chris being up in arms talking about if he talking because he got something to hide. No, ma'am. That boy came there, said what he said, and you couldn't defend it when y'all was face to face. You was on straight bull. And then to say it's not your show, it's your wife's show. If you know it's her show and not his, why you on there bringing his name up and lying on the man? What's wrong with you? Y'all, this chick is crazy. This chick is crazy. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hold on. This is too much. Wait a minute. Hold on. What you say, Bianca? Yeah, she's still trolling. She know darn well don't nobody believe her. Lord, LEL say right balls and dribbling, but not on the court. I'm through. Sasha Brooks, what you say? Right. He should have been gone. Losing career. That's a real good way to look at it. Nacho Twins mama say Juan got to lose in life. He do. This boy is he's a born loser. Can I say she don't know? She put him in a position for people to be asking for him to come on their platform. Yeah, and she mad because he didn't decline, and he going right on there to talk about how bad you lied on him. I feel like that's what he's supposed to do. Anybody that get lied on has the opportunity and the right to either defend themselves or let it go. Okay? The math don't math. It don't, California cutie. Vanessa, what you say? The champagne glass. I'm surprised she really didn't say that. You know, she's a trifling ignorant heifer. Can I say Gizzard not want to talk on Juan, but when he was having a charity event, when the news came out, she didn't show up. Right. You say Gizzard just pretend to be smart. But she not fooling nobody. You heard little Candace tell her at the reunion, you not smart. She told her to her face, you not smart. And she's not. It's embarrassing. At this point, Tiffany say, see, that's right. That right there makes me mad. This ain't his show. Well, stop talking about the man. Delusional. Yes. Hey, DT. That's right. Like this video, put your feet up and relax on the porch. Where Silly Boy 12 went? Our other New Zealander in the house. Just Jules say, she know Nick. Wait. She know Nick needs to be really careful. She got 3 girls because of what you put in the atmosphere. Now, that's true. You got to be careful. You got to be careful with that stuff. Saying certain things and what you put out there. Yeah, you're right. You're going to see that again eventually. Say, Alf always sit quiet as a mouse. As a mouse's queef. Have mercy. Have mercy. Between you and DT, I'm going to read. Quiet as a mouse's queef at the reunion, but always got so much to say after. She's so darn aggravating. She need to be slapped. She do. Oh my God. She's like, oh, like the best description, just walking yeast infection. That's all I got for her. Kai says 6 seasons of employment was very gracious for that foolish record. Yes, sounded to me like he should have been fired at the 3rd season. The first one could have been a fluke. The second one, they could have been working on chemistry. The third one, you should have had it by then. Should have had it by then. This don't make no sense. Say the Ring of Nicks can sit down. Child, the Lord of the Rings always got to go on a press tour after she sits up on the reunion and says nothing and look confused and dumb. She's too annoying for me. Too annoying. Now I'm gonna put this StreamYard out because I need one of you or a few of you to explain to me what the hell is Queen's Court and why is Tamar Zada announcing that they is engaged to people from this TV show? Is this a game show? Is this a dating show? Is this like the Flavor of Love or I Love New York? What is the Queen's Court with the plagiarized name? Yes, that is what that crazy girl said. A mouse's queef. Like, I don't even know. Hey, I just can't. I just don't know. Okay. I think.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Hey, boo.
Hey, you broke up, so I didn't know if it was me or you. Okay. I don't know nothing
It was
about
me because I'm over here and it's. Okay, well, tell me what you know about it. What you think about this mess. What you got?
I don't know much about the Queen's Court, but I think it's foolishness if you are having a dating show and somehow in some way before the first episode comes out, you're announcing your engagement to the finalists. So I don't know what this is. This makes no sense. I don't even know who gave Evelyn Lozada a show.
Not crazy.
Like, did they not sign papers to shut it?
Right. Who want to see her?
Yes, that's my first thing. I was never going to participate because of that woman thing on there.
Right.
And then now you essentially told me the ending.
Yep, they did. Oh, now, so you mean to tell me Evelyn couldn't go back and get Carl Crawford back?
You know that ship has sailed.
I mean, but it's just Carl Crawford ain't nothing but a meatball with a button-up shirt on. She could have got that.
She got, and I do really want people to get out of this children in checks, because absolutely not. But she got her child out of it, so he was foolish enough for that.
Well, maybe that's what she do. She get babies and wait on the check. Oof. But that's what she get babies so she can get a check. Evelyn Lozada is like a professional hood rat. Like, that's really what she do.
A professional
hood rat? Lord, Evie say it gives I Love New York. Huh? Kai,
what level? No, I was just laughing at you saying professional, because there's a little bit of a delay. I think I was laughing at you saying professional hood rat.
Well, yeah, because that's what she is. Like, she literally, she went on Basketball Wives as a hood rat who was a baby mama waiting on a check. Hey, M. Guerrero. Oh, Evie says I'm lagging bad. So let me switch up. Hold on. Because I don't want to be lagging because we gossiping tonight.
Yes. Got me up late. I already have insomnia problems.
I know. Me too. That's why this works for me. Okay. So this should be better, right?
Yeah, I think we're doing well.
Okay, so now we're no more lagging.
Yes, we're good.
Okay, because I don't know what's going on. Like, it's not even raining that bad over here, but it's just bad enough to give me hell. Say Evelyn gonna get a baby. Yes, she is. This man here better be careful. If he got more than $20 in his checking account, it's going down.
I'm still confusion of who gave her a show. Who asked her to be back on TV?
She shouldn't be on TV, but this is what I keep saying. Offending Black women is not a deal breaker. She went so far as to be calling people niggas and patting her dusty, rotten cat at this lady and calling her a gorilla, and she still got a job back on TV. Oh yes.
Mm.
Just like Robert and Rings.
Okay, Robert and Rings. Mm. When it rains, it really pours for Robin.
Man. Okay, so let me ask you. Do you think that Juan was born a loser, or is Robert bad
Ooh.
luck?
Mm. Well, I'm really trying to soak this in. This is a good question.
Because
I
that's
feel
what
like he
I'm
was born a
wondering.
loser.
You think he's a born loser?
I think he's a born loser because the thing is, even when he disassociates himself with Robin and was across the pond and with a whole new girlfriend, the love of his life, things still weren't working out without her in the picture.
Mm,
And now sometimes the spirit can hold on. But the fact that he
mm.
had a whole new woman and he talked about like feeling emotionally fulfilled and still things couldn't work out, I feel like he has a loser spirit himself.
Ooh, that might be really what it is. Or do you? I mean, but could it not still be somehow tied to his connection to Robert? Because he do have those children with her.
But it's just like when the loser spirit sent him down the path to find another loser, though, right?
Now I thought about that too. Just the fact that he ran into somebody like Robert, he might be just one of them people that's just like a bad luck penny. Just everything he touched, you could literally let him win a Powerball and he'd be broke in 2 months.
That's why I just, I feel like he has his own loser spirit. Now, maybe Robin magnified it. Maybe that. But I cannot fully give it to Robin because something about him just, all over his face is
Yeah,
loser
it
spirit,
gives loser.
So
It
maybe she
he
magnified it,
always
but he has his own.
I thought it was me. Like that's why I always felt so bad. I'm like, he just looked like a bad day. Everything about Juan Dixon looked like a bad day. Or is that just me? Because I feel like when
No,
I look at him, my whole face just frowns up like I just saw somebody like soil their pants or something. It's like you having a bad day, ain't you?
it's just, because even, they got, they start, crawling back to financial literacy. And even with that, he still wasn't in a position to to be able to be on a mortgage. And I was saying deed because the mortgage is separate from the deed. So I'm like, I don't even think his name's on the deed.
Well, it's not. Remember now, Rings let it slip, and Robert was like, "Well, that was my business, and it wasn't your business."
yeah,
His
but
name is not on there.
see, I took it as just the mortgage. Like he wasn't able to be on the mortgage because of his credit score. So I was
And
thinking,
they wasn't gonna put him on the deed either. You got to remember, them people not married. They weren't even pretending to be married at that.
okay, yeah, I get that one. And the way he proposed to her was kind of losery. They're talking about this Christmas party we've never seen them host before. Just everything, even when things seemed to be going well, was just still very bleh.
Yeah, it just looked like a bad day. Girl, he showed up with a Morganite ring. I'm never getting over that.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I'm all for like different jewels and all that kind of stuff. So I won't give her too much on that one. If that's what she wanted,
I will.
you know.
Morganite. She didn't ask for no Morganite. He went out with the Lord of
Remember?
the Rings, and the
I thought
Lord of
she
the
did.
Rings helped him pick out a Morganite.
I thought she asked for it because she likes what it symbolizes.
No, a Morganite don't symbolize nothing but poverty and heartache.
Okay. I'm more of a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, or even I'm like
Yeah,
like a citrine or a granite sometimes, but I don't really know much of the
let me
morganite. But I
tell
thought
you
I heard her say
something.
it.
I mean, the only thing worse would have been a Herkimer diamond. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, but even that was a little weird because to me, she doesn't give me like a big ring girl, so that still was off. But just, everything about it's just off. Okay, everything about it's just off.
Okay, can we agree that they are the bad news bears of couples?
Yes,
Just bad
everything's just so
news.
dowery and gray.
Yeah. Yeah. When you see them, it's like they just suck all the color out the room. Okay.
So let me ask you this, because you young, you one of the babies. Okay. But did you ever see the Care Bears cartoon?
I have seen the Care Bears cartoons, yes.
You remember how the bad guys would show up and just suck all the colors out of everywhere,
Yeah.
and it was just that's Robert and Juan. Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky?
Yeah, it's just because even when you, because this season, all of a sudden, Robin has all these fans. And I'm just like, why would you even want this for your girl?
I'm telling you.
You know?
But you know what's bad is that people wanted this to be something exciting, and there's really nothing exciting about these people. They
Yeah.
were desperate for this to be something. It's got to be a scandal. He's too boring to have a scandal.
And
I
I
knew
guess
it.
people are like, oh, this is something for her to talk about next season. No, and I saw someone on Twitter say, I don't want that lady on my screen. I don't care what's going on with her. I don't want her on my TV, on my tablet, on my phone, none of my devices.
So nobody has any pity for the fact that them children are gonna be taking cold baths.
Okay, see, this is where I get annoyed when people are like, oh my God, your job. Okay, yes, in the workplace, white people get away with being mediocre, but my issue is I want them to be held accountable for being mediocre. But if a black person's being mediocre or being a loser, they're being a loser, and I'm sorry, it's a job. You're not guaranteed it. I know you have
That's
children, but
true.
that should be that you want to do better.
I mean, like she been losing at this show. She been a loser for 7 seasons, and at this point, can't nobody hardly even stand her. He done went over there for 6 years. Have mercy, God. And it
Oh,
came back with a 51 win, 131 loss record.
yeah, that was. And I'm more of an international football person, but I know the basketball. No, the score is. I was like, ooh, one. Jesus.
It's like they both got put in a position to win. Her being on Bravo, she was in a position to win. She could have shared her actual life, made herself interesting, even if she had to fake it, go on dates, be goofy, silly, let people get their laugh on. And she could have like really parlayed that and used that platform to catapult herself to a different status.
Okay.
He had an opportunity to get over there and actually coach and not just lay up in some coochie all day and hang out and smash at the laundromat. And he could have parlayed that into a coaching gig at a bigger university and then maybe into the pros or something. This man and Robert, they're losers.
Okay, Miss Hostess with the Mostest. You just remind me of a few things. Okay.
What's that?
The whole like her doing, oh, I didn't put the infidelity clause in because what if I cheat? Heifer. We saw a season where you guys explicitly said you weren't together and you were seeing a therapist and the therapist told you to go out with people and she refused. So ain't no way now you get married and now you worried about all of a sudden you're going to start cheating when you weren't even looking to even talk to someone when y'all were not even together, for one. For two.
That's true. And you got to get up and take a bath and get your hair done to go on dates.
I think that was the season where her hair was at least being done. Now, was it a great style? But I think it was like when she had that pixie cut or whatever. It was at least being done though. And then, the whole Twitter thing with one of the ex, team players from the women basketball. Everyone has a little story. She might be a little extra salty, but one part that stuck out to me was when she said that he said, this is why I didn't want to coach women's because I don't want to deal with none of this. It is the same way he talks to Robin. He talk like he is just so disinterested in women, anything. And not to say like he doesn't want to. Obviously, there are plenty of men who want to sleep with women but don't actually like women.
Yeah,
And
a lot of men, like a huge percentage of men will sleep with women and hate women.
Yeah, and so when she put that part in, I was like, that sounds like Juan. Because he sounds so disinterested in anything concerning Robin, especially with the show. The show that I'm pretty sure helped him get this job, that helped him keep this job, and that has been paying Robin to help them with this lifestyle that they're now, getting back to. So I believe a part of that story just from that one part that she said that, because that sounds exactly like something he would say.
Yeah, it kind of could sound like that. It kind of could, I guess.
You guess?
I guess. But I mean, it's not hard for her to make up something if she feels like he would say she's known him long enough. And we do know she'll make up a story and say he said something like she came and told us that he said he went and signed a hotel receipt and didn't get no cat from that girl.
Oh no, I'm talking about the basketball player who came out to speak against his coaching.
Okay. I thought you said it was something Robert
No,
said.
no, no, not about Robin. The Bachelor. I'm just saying I couldn't believe some of her story because of the things he said sound like the things he says to Robin or the way he acts towards Robin.
Very dismissive and uninterested. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he
we know
definitely
Robin
could.
is foolish. With we're not even gonna go back to the receipt, and he didn't do nothing because I don't
He's
know
a
in what
nice
world.
guy. She was going with a Baltimore Ravens player who she did not call when she got all the way in America.
Like
Okay, Robert. Okay, Robert.
it's too stupid. So I'm upset that she thought my intelligence was that low.
Well, her intelligence is that low.
Cause
So she can't assume that you smart. Like she thinks she's smart. So she's like, hey, I believe this. This is a good one. This is what I'm gonna say. Robert said, I'm gonna run with it.
and I feel like some people are like, oh my god, you guys like want Robin to like share this because you want to beat her down. No, it is her life. Okay, and we
Mhm.
sniffed a bit of garbage on this season. Something just wasn't sitting right in our spirit, and it was very strange for you to be engaged. Oh, remind me of something. For you to be engaged for 3 years, and mind you, last season she made it a point when she wanted to step in for her master again between Giselle and Wendy and she got upset because when Wendy clapped back out of her when she should have sat there and been quiet. She's not invited to the bachelorette party. She's not invited to the wedding. So to me, it sounded like this wedding was supposed to be a spectacle. But then all of a sudden, this season, it's just now supposed to be her and the boys. And the parents weasel their way in there. So how do we go from last season? You were all upset, and you're gonna be like, you're not coming to the wedding, and you're not going to the bridal shower. She's not doing anything with any of the wedding events. So now all of a sudden, the only wedding event you had is that sad little thing that they had at that
Ooh,
whatever that strip club was. And
girl.
this wedding that seems to be people's decorations before their wedding service happened, and your friend let you go ahead and take your pictures.
Unless you use the same setup somebody else had. Just because that's definitely what that was.
And it's not even to be a hater, but I can genuinely see Robin doing that. Like that's just the spirit of Robin. I can see
Yep.
her genuinely just be like, "I'll use it, girl. I'll go ahead and use this thing. This is set up right. They're not coming till 12 p.m. Okay, we'll be there at 10. Well, it'll be 30 minutes, real quick. That gives Robin.
Mhm. The girl. I don't know. I just want to know what happened to the Morganite ring. Because remember this season, she talking about we gotta get rings. What happened to the Morganite ring?
Okay, I was happening too because I think you said it a little bit ago, and I think I saw a clip. I was like, oh, yeah, she isn't wearing the ring on the wedding day. They put the band on there, but I think I saw her another time with it on. I don't know.
That wasn't the Morganite ring. That Morganite was big and ugly, like a crystal booger hanging off her finger.
Yes, I remember what it looked like. I thought I just saw her. Maybe it was an old photo, but I do know that it didn't seem to be there on the actual wedding day.
Yeah, but during the season, she actually said, like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. We gotta get dresses. We gotta get a ring. A ring, girl. We ain't forgot that Morganite. If you don't go get that Morganite ring out that kitchen drawer,
Okay, again, I'm not going to give her the Morganite. I've seen some of the girls who want it, so I'll let her have that piece. I'll let her have that piece. Now,
she need to put that Morganite on. I need her to have it on.
Now, why isn't it on? That is a question. But she wanted it, she got it. But it's not on for whatever
Because
reason.
don't nobody really want Morganite in real life. Anybody said that was trying to make her feel better. Don't you'd have did better to tell me you wanted some Grandidiorite or some
Uh-huh.
Tanzanite. Morganite?
It's
Who the
expensive.
hell asked for Morganite?
Tanzanite is expensive too.
That's what I'm talking about. Now you with me. She would have done better to ask. Let me say it again. She would have done better to
Mhm.
ask for Tanzanite, Grandidiorite, Alexandrite, Morganite,
It's only a-
Morganite. Really? This is what we doing. If she don't pull that hey Lisa Trees, if she don't get that Morganite ring out that kitchen drawer, I know something. I want to see it.
You want to see it?
I want to see it.
Yeah, but again, I will say it was regardless of the stone, it was very strange that she wanted this big ring. I'm like, girl, that's not your energy.
At all. Everything about her say a dusty cubic zirconia would have been right up her alley.
Not even what is it? Moissanite?
Yeah, so some Dominique. I told you she the kind of girl to get a Herkimer diamond and just all oblong and misshapen and everything, and just put it in a wire wrap and slide it on her finger. Vanessa said that ring was a prop for the show. Had to be. Lord, Tasha said in the words of Trash Kim Zosiak, the ring don't mean a thing. Nah, that Morganite, I need her to wear that. Not your twin
Relationship
mama
kryptonite?
say the Morganite was their relationship kryptonite. Baby, the relationship kryptonite was when they first met. Tasha say TJ Maxx sell them rings.
Oh.
Do they?
I mean, you do have the fancier, TJ Maxx's who might hold a nice little piece of jewelry.
No, that's Morganite. It don't have to be a nice piece. That's Morganite. No.
Oh my God, no. You said absolutely not. No, no, no.
No. Do you know how many expensive rare stones that people don't normally use? She could have got some paintite, which is very nice, some musgravite. Like she could have got some nice stuff. Not Robert. Morganite.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
It just sounds like something Robin will wear, and I just want her to wear that ring.
I
Because
mean,
it made my
okay.
heart happy when he slid that ring on her head and she tried to pretend to look excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. And she had on that old lady Christmas dress.
Yeah, that dress was ooh. She could, if she wanted like the pink, she could have gotten even like a nice topaz. Even though sometimes depending on the grade, it could still be expensive. Like no, a London blue topaz is still expensive, or a Swiss blue. But she could have done. She
It's
had
a lot of
options.
things she could have went. She could
Yeah,
have got a really nice, like, white sapphire. Like, she could
yeah.
have got a decent stone. This heifer got Morganite. And then now she acting like she done lost it. We got to get rings. Like, we done forgot that Morganite. I didn't forget. Vanessa said the wedding was a prop too. It was.
And no one has been able to find this marriage license still,
Nobody, ain't nobody found it.
and people are looking.
They are looking, and nobody has been able to produce it. It's been way past the time when it would have expired.
What? Because I think they said they got married in August on the show. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and no one's been able to find it.
Because it ain't been registered nowhere.
Mm. And Football
He
Head
really
hasn't done her divorce either.
he say Juan knew he couldn't do that. Don't forget the other woman watching. Yeah, you're right. He couldn't go too far now. Tasha say Robert dress was awful. I was thinking that dress was outdated. Girl, it looked like something from a 1983 Eddie Murphy movie. She looked like an extra from Trading Places. Lisa Triggs say so disappointed with Ashley. I feel like she dropped the whole bag in Michael's back pocket. Ain't no bag. She ain't getting no divorce. She lying just like Robert.
Yes. And there was also never a bag to get, okay? Like, Michael was not playing them games. Michael is giving her
Michael
what
is
he
never
wants to give
going.
her.
If she wants to live like she been living with her $12 clothing budget and that short leash, she gonna keep right on playing connect the liver spots with Doris.
Yes. And
That's what she
stay in a
gonna.
house she can't comfortably afford by herself, even though this is the same man who has kicked her out of a home already before.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. But long as she do what she told and don't be out there trying to do too much in them streets, sit there and be available whenever he decides to go by there and tell you to come play touch the corpse.
Oh,
Until then, just do what you
or
told.
tug of war.
Ugh. A saltwater taffy pool. That just that man looks so creepy.
Mm-mm.
She got about a $12 clothing budget. That man do
Yeah.
not let her do no shopping.
She just elevated to a few Fashion Nova pieces. Absolutely.
Yes, yes. Cause now I'm gonna tell you what I think. Can I tell you what I think?
Share with the class.
Okay. What I think, also on top of him having her on a short leash with his money, something in my spirit is telling me that he was collecting her check from
Okay. Okay.
RHOP,
Uh-huh. I'm with
and he
you.
was and he was giving her an allowance out of that. I don't think that
Michael was letting her run through that money and do stuff because even with her check from Bravo, she could have did better than she was doing. Michael was not gonna let her mess up that money. Like, no, you will not.
Okay, see, a few other people have said this, and I wholeheartedly believe this too. Because if you actually think about it, Ashley, I think at the time that she met him at when he was her boss, she was living with her girlfriend. And as soon as they broke up, she went to go move in with Michael. So she has never actually lived a lot without, without someone else's guidance or having to help out somewhere else. Like she's never really lived on her own. And I could completely see her saying, "Okay, Michael," and Michael putting all that money in a Roth IRA that she can't get out until it's time for
That's
retirement.
right.
I can see
That's
it.
right. Because people like him who are absolutely financial predators,
Mhm.
people like that do not waste money. And they not gonna let you waste money. If she wanted to stay with that man, she was gonna have to come up off that check or most of it. And then what she had left, that's what she could, give to Sheila for them wigs.
Ooh, okay. Because since you brought up Sheila, I even more so believe that because if I remember correctly, he was paying like the rent on like her place,
Yep,
but then he was the one of the things I was looking at him like, oh girl, was that apparently she was the one giving her mother money, and he was like, you gotta stop giving her money, and I believe
yep,
it was Ashley's own money. I think Michael was paying the house or whatever, but Ashley was still giving her money on the side, and he was telling her no. So I can believe him saying, he got her to stop doing that and like, okay, now Ashley, you want to stop doing that because I think that was only the second season if I remember correctly.
yep.
So I can totally see, okay, Ashley, you see how you doing this to your mom? Absolutely not. Give me your checks.
Yes, I'm telling you. I believe that especially after that snafu with her mama, trying to live high off the hog and getting them fancy $40 wigs. Michael was like, no, honey, them wigs cost $35 too much. The lies you tell. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
believe I
like
believe he took charge of her checks and everything else. If she want to stay there and have security for her sons, she have to do just what he say. Whether he bring men, women, monkeys, chickens to the bedroom, zebras, deerbras, everything. You gonna take all that. You gonna hand your check over. I'm going to control everything, and you gonna shut up.
absolutely. And I love that he's like a financial predator. Because that's exactly what it is. Because he has always made it a point that like she's too stupid with the money.
Yep. Well, he not wrong though.
He's not wrong, but the thing is, he also knows that that's not how that. He also knows that that is not fully the reason she married him. She was thinking he knows that she thought she was gonna be living the high life, and this is the high life compared to where you coming from at. But this is not where you really thought you were gonna be.
But see, this is the thing too. He also knew she wanted a daddy.
Yes, the daddy. Hmm.
And so that's what he does. And she's comfortable there. And that's why she's so cocky because she gets to see real money and how real money acts. And she tries to have that superior attitude that she see him have. And it just it looks out of place on her with them $12 clothes on.
Thank you. The $12 clothes, the dusty wig, the makeup was getting better, but whoever touched her face for the reunion, gone.
They
But
did her bad.
she looked like she was 45, and she's the youngest one there.
Girl, did you see that last picture on Twitter where she had that curly hair?
Oh, yes. And someone was like, oh, that's why
Woo!
they're jealous. I was like, no, they're not. She looks like she is 45 or maybe going on
First,
50 and with an alcohol
girl,
issue.
she looked like she graduated 3 years before me.
But I was like, she looked all like she looked fit, but she looked, ragged.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I was like, okay, if this is your queen, this is your queen. Okay. You
Yeah.
follow this foolishness. I will not be.
I'm just like, child, your queen look like the queen of the damned.
No, don't do Aaliyah like that. Don't do
I
Aaliyah.
mean, that it's not my fault that Aaliyah acted out the role of Akasha. That's not who was in the book. She looked like something that's about 3,000 years old. That just got revived in that
Okay,
picture.
okay. We're talking book version. Okay, I'm with you. Book version,
You
yes.
you know I'm a Anne Rice fanatic. I have read
Yes.
almost everything she wrote, even the book she wrote is Anne Ropaline, honey. All of
Okay, I get you. Book Akasha, absolutely.
them. Yeah, she definitely is giving, Nosferatu. I see why she would have with the undead because she looked like one in that picture.
And especially, okay. because you brought financial predator and him acquiring her big check, which also leads me to believe that, because again, we don't believe she's getting divorced, but things have changed. Now you're out of this house, and he can excuse giving you even less money because he's paying for this house. So that's why I feel like now all of a sudden she has her fire under her butt now to start doing these drag brunches and selling these coochie craving pants and Darby Barbie pants. Because she needs a little extra coins. As Michael is saying, Heffa, I gave you this house. What else do you want?
Yeah, like you waited all these years to get a house. You got it, so I don't have to film no more. You better get over there and hawk something.
Yeah, because to me, it's like she was always very comfortable. Like, now I know she has a little yoga thing that also has not been updated, copy mark traded, anything since before she was pregnant with the first child. So I can tell that like her actually selling things is not really what she wants to do unless she's in a bind. And again, the house, wonderful. Get it. I'm all for getting it. Just the way it's set up, I feel like it's stupid. It's not safe for a man. I wouldn't trust. But this is why she's hustling now with these tours and stuff. Because she needs her extra change for
Well,
lunch.
if she want to buy them, if she want to keep buying Fashion Nova, she better sell them things.
So you saying because of the house, he even gonna give her the little coins for Fashion Nova
She,
and Rainbow?
how much you want to bet? Because he probably done told her, okay, half of this coming out your Bravo check, and I'm gonna pay the other half. And your allowance, you can give it to Sheila if you want to, but you won't be ordering nothing from Fashion Nova.
Okay. Okay.
You know, Ashley can't order a fish plate without permission. Nothing.
Okay. Because we're up late, so we're lollygagging about the girl. See, people, because I feel like I have an issue with people who are like, Ashley's just an opportunity. She's not. No, Ashley is single white femaling on this show. That little cheap little Mugler knockoff she got after Candace had already worn Mugler for her concert, doing
Mm.
these tours and stuff now. All of a sudden, these fans that girl has had out for how many months now? Not saying that fans are the end all be all,
But that's
but
not even her style. Like you not
yes,
somebody that's shady or nothing. So it's like, how do fans even like? How does that even go with your brand?
and even like someone even
It
pointed out.
doesn't.
Sorry, someone even pointed out like during the season when she did that whole at the burn session and went after Candace had on that green blazer dress. I don't like the shoes, I like the dress. The way she styled it, I enjoy. But she had on the green blazer dress. Ashley done popped up, wasting the beautiful black lawyer's time with the same kind of green blazer dress, except for no sleeves, and she has that tacky bra underneath.
Because I'm telling you, her and Candace were jealous of each other at one point for different reasons. And Candace, I think, has finally grown up and realized jealous of this thing for what? When I heard her say the charm life I live, this girl could only dream of, I say you finally getting it. Grasshopper has finally taken the pebble from Master's hand because this don't make no sense. You sitting up here being envious because she married somebody with more money, and I don't care what nobody say, that complexion was part of it. That's why Candace has always been just a little too careful with checking people with their colorism. But then it's like where Ashley was concerned, Ashley was jealous because Candace has lived a charmed life, because Candace gets to shop and do things and dress better. You got the man with more money, but he treats you like a house cat. Like you literally gotta wait for your fancy feast to be put in the bowl, girl. You can't go do nothing by yourself. I wonder if Michael let her go in the refrigerator without permission.
Yeah, it's not a very free life for someone who wants to act like she is so free.
Yeah, she free, all right. She free to do whatever the hell that man tell her.
Yes, like go on the stage and talking about Andy. Before we leave off with my segment, I want to say Michael's a great father. Heck, but no one was thinking about that.
Hey, I'm that girl, Akua. Yeah, nobody at all. Not a soul.
But he said, "Get your behind on that TV and fix this."
Right now, when you go to that reunion, you better straighten it out. That I wasn't just yelling at you. You better fix it. And she got up there, and you could tell that's what she had rehearsed to say, and she said it too.
Yeah, it's too much. I don't do that, lady. I don't do that, lady. I don't do that, lady.
She's trashy.
And she is somewhat of because I've been listening and just like she is just well, is she a step away from being like a Karen? Because someone brought
She
up
can't help it.
a good point of like And I guess when I was younger, I didn't fully realize it. Obviously, not I wasn't that much younger, but no, I just didn't pique my. I knew it was what is this, but I just didn't know where that feeling came from. The way in which he could obviously Sheila ain't ish, but the way in which he talked about her went on the lean of like, "Ooh, you about to say something racist," and then the way that when he flips off, Ashley's always running after him, and I felt she's just worried that he about to slip up and say the N word or something, you know.
I think she is afraid because you could. I've seen him a couple of times with Nig rolling around in his mouth. He wanted to spit it out a few times, real bad.
You know, so it's just, and even more so the whole, because I believe that this whole separation, you can go ahead and get your houses because he's finally ready to get his bachelor pad back. But I don't know if he fully is like wanting to get away from the TV screen because of what he did in whatever place Candace was performing, the
Down in
Bahamas.
the Bahamas.
Because the fact in which she said once he saw the cameras, he started going off even crazier to me lets me know that you like to put on a show. So then why aren't you on TV anymore?
He probably did that because it was like, oh my God, y'all got me on camera. Oh, this what you want? Like, you know how them people be
Okay,
acting now.
I
You
can
know
see
how
that.
them
Okay.
people act.
Like I don't want to be on TV, but if the cameras are here, I'm gonna give you a show.
You know how the other people act, right?
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
y'all want to
I see that
record
one.
me? Y'all want to see me act up? You saw him on Jersey Shore now. You know how they be acting, child.
Okay, I can get with that one. But yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
just like she, especially what was that, the season 5 ending, that terrible dress party. Yeah, the way in which she just seemed so frightened, and the way she's like, if I acted like this, then which also lets me know that he reprimands her a lot on the way she behaves, even though
Yep.
she's always trying to behave like a white woman. um, I'm
Well,
just like,
guess
oh
what?
girl,
That's very much white woman because a lot of their husbands
oh,
chastise them like children and talk to them crazy.
mm.
I can tell you one thing: you can get away with saying some stuff to them that you probably better not try to say to a sister.
Yes, like I don't want you to be like your mother, so we're not having children yet.
Yeah, and you know he could have never said that to a real sister.
Absolutely not. I was like, girl, and made you extend the prenup on that just for you to have kids. Mm.
Hmm. Oh yes. Oh yes, honey. Ashley gonna stay right there in her little comfort zone, and I mean, I can't say I blame her. You got to look at all she has is this show. She has no discernible talent. What's she gonna do? Sing "Coffee and Love"?
Well, she thinks it's the bop, the song that her brother wrote with her about her husband,
That's so weird.
and the brother performed it with her.
That's even weirder. I never knew that.
Oh, you did?
I never knew her brother performed that with her.
Yes, he's in the music video, and when she did that little sad performance at on like some like local TV station, radio, no, news station, he was right there with her, bobbing off beat.
Yeah, because that's all I remember about that song. That whole song was just offbeat. Even when she was trying to sing it, like the words weren't hitting the beat, it was just weird. Like, girl, this couldn't be any more unseasoned and unwashed if she tried. This is definitely giving unwashed, unseasoned chicken.
Okay, and then you brought up another point, and then we got to talk about Gizelle. Okay,
Okay.
so I know you said with like Candace not going on like the color thing. To me, I think it was a naivete because I watched her podcast here and there, and I remember her talking about how, like, I don't live far away from the area she grows up. She went to school around, and there were not a lot of Black people. And I've heard other people who went to school with her and saying she was very pro-Black, was very much so into like getting the Black girls into like the tech, the tech clubs and all that kind of stuff to increase the population, all kinds of stuff. And so I remember her saying that for a while she didn't believe it was colorism because she never faced it. She faced racism because she was usually the only Black girl. And she's like, I had to talk to my friends because she was always trying to figure out why do people respond to Ashley so different than her because same age, and also Ashley's disgusting. And so I feel like to me, it's like, girl, you were too naive for this because you are far too smart for this. And I was just like, girl, like just say it. And I think some people feel uncomfortable of fully labeling somebody. Maybe you're comfortable saying they participate in the behavior, but you don't want to label it. But Heffa, a lot of those women are it. And now that you have been more more educated because now you're fully experiencing it instead of just understanding it as a concept. You just walk in it and own it, and then just be who you are. Which I'm happy that she didn't apologize for it and stood on her square. So we're making steps there. But
Okay.
I was thinking about Ashley, because I was just like, what is this? And the clip of because Ashley, put her foot in her mouth when she said she's never talked about anyone's color, and then people start pulling up the first reunion, and she was
Yeah.
talking about them having European features and all that kind of stuff. And then I also
But
saw a
it was
clip.
the truth. Like,
It's the
in
truth.
her defense.
No,
Ashley
no,
told
it's the
the
truth,
truth.
obviously. And then she was even on the Breakfast Club talking about their color and how they're doing this and da da da. And no, she's also talked about how she was really upset with Gizelle talking about her hair because Michael met her with straight hair and she was really afraid of him being not attracted to her with her hair in its natural state and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, and then the whole your dad apparently it's the story seems to be that he didn't want to have a biracial child, so that's why he don't really mess with you and all this kind of stuff of you. I feel like she wishes she was, if she's biracial, I feel like she wished she at least looked like Robin or Gizelle. And when she came on, remember they butt heads, and then all of a sudden she fell in line. And I'm like, you fell in line because these are the people that you want to actually look like, because you feel like you lost on the lottery of you being biracial and not having the lighter eyes, or being able to be a Robin, and people white people thinking you are white.
Yeah, because they really thought, well, I mean, hell, she darn it is.
I
Eve,
know she is, but
amazing. Thank you for the super chat. She says Rob is an empathetic with no boundaries, perfect for Juan. Jiz, she's seen as the ditziest bee at the table because she surrounds herself with people stronger than her. She has no identity except Mrs. Dixon, which is why she won't give it up. I agree with that, sis.
yeah,
I do. Thank you for the super chat. Totally agree with that.
because they didn't even want her on the show until they heard about the Juan background.
I mean, why would they want her?
Yes.
Like, why would anybody want anything to do with Robert? Robert looks fun, like just fugly and musky. Like, there's nothing appealing about Robert. That is one fugly woman. Like, the big square chin with the dent in it, the booty chin, the wide back. Just no, ma'am. No, ma'am, sir. None of that. None of it. But the thing with Candace, like, I get what you're saying about, oh, she understood racism, but not this or not that. Like, I'm just like, look, my eyes saw what they saw.
Yes.
My eyes saw what they saw.
And I think it's
And
more about
let me tell you
accepting it
something.
too.
I didn't just see it in Candace, I saw it in Wendy too. I didn't see that from Monique. I saw Monique wanted to be accepted by who she thought were like the it girls. But from Wendy and Candace, I absolutely saw I want to be accepted and, have association with Team Yellow. Like, it was that color. Because both of them come across as color struck. They do.
Yeah, we have to disagree on this one.
I feel you. But both of them give me color struck. Wendy gave me color struck the first season. When she walked around with that terracotta clay on her face, knowing darn well that was not her complexion, like, madam, stop. Stop it. And I was starting to look at Candace crazy when she first started doing that squirrel makeup when I was calling her secret squirrel, because I'm like, what are you trying to give here?
The girl just likes heavy makeup.
I don't know. Because at this point, you either were trying to give yourself more angular features to look like Anglos, or you were trying to give us a real strong drop dead drag queen. And I'm not sure which.
I feel like it was more of a dragish.
I don't think she intentionally woke up and said, I want to be, a drag queen. I think
That's very
that,
dragish.
it was absolutely dragish. She absolutely could have lip synced for her life. She could have.
I was just watching that today.
Girl, I love Ru. That's my baby. I have loved RuPaul since Sashay Shantae came out way back.
I feel you.
Like, how could you not love Ru?
I know, just like a light.
Anybody that don't love RuPaul, like, it's really something wrong with you. Because it's definitely not Mother Ru. It's not. Yes, the terracotta foundation. Wendy had on this
Yeah,
weird
it was not.
orangish. Yeah, it was something that was almost my
See,
complexion.
we're
She was
disagreeing,
smearing
but
it on her face.
if you got your point, yeah, no, the color match was absolutely not there.
And the fact that she immediately corrected once we clowned her for it lets me know you knew how to buy your right foundation color. You're not dumb. You wanted to hang around them yellow people and you tried to lighten up your face so you could blend in better. And
But
you look
is
like a fool.
orange lighting up?
Huh?
Is orange lighting up though?
Orange is lighter than dark brown.
But orange, I feel like orange is an undertone.
No, it's still lighter than dark brown. That's like saying,
Okay.
well, yellow is yellow. It's not like a light yellow. I don't care what shade of yellow it is, it's lighter than brown. That orange, I don't care what shade of orange is lighter than a dark brown. Wendy has a beautiful, I mean, a dreamy, velvety, like
Yeah, I heard someone she like
fantasy
they saw her in
complexion.
person, and the
But the
skin
thing is,
looked perfect in
but that's
person.
what she has a fantasy complexion. That's why it was almost funny to hear her, try to brag, oh, the Godiva goddess. But girl, you wasn't living in your chocolatey goodness that first season. Oh no, you were trying to lighten your face, hoping wouldn't nobody notice. Every time she coughed, looked like she was kidnapping herself. Hey Nadia, I didn't know who was reaching around behind her, putting their hand in front of her face.
Oh, you showed Gizzard's what was that interview?
That was the interview. I forgot what that little clear boy's name is.
I know, I forget his name too. Oh, but
Oh, I'll pull it back up.
okay. For one, to me, especially when you see the husbands being involved, I feel like I've heard multiple times Chris say like production be asking, well, production, and even Robin has talked about how like production be reaching out asking the husbands to film because regardless of them inviting single or divorced women on the show, it's still a housewife show, and if a husband's around, they want to see them. For what? For two,
Mm-hmm.
you made this man your storyline. You did this.
Yeah, all you had to do was keep his name out your mouth.
And he would have had his little scenes with Candace. They would have been talking about freezing the eggs, and that would have been the end of it.
And that would have been the end of it because at the end of the day, we barely saw him after y'all went to line on him. So it's not like he trying to take over the show. You made him a topic of conversation because you lied on him.
Yes, which is a fabulous point. That because he explicitly said after that thing came out, I didn't want to film because, and I think people are to me, I feel like people are still trying to give Gizelle something when they're like, well, they made this a bigger deal, or like, why did they talk about this, or like, well, he was vindicated. Why was he so mad at the reunion? The whole point was like Chris and Candace like
Like, don't
know
lie
what.
on me.
Yeah, they didn't know how this was going to be chopped up and screwed up and put on the TV. Like,
And Carlos King had a good point that it was an excellent strategy for him not to speak to her the entire season because he basically gave production nothing to work with, and there was no way for production to help Gizelle at all.
mm-hmm.
They couldn't help her because he legitimately went nowhere near her.
Yes, and then the one time he was around the group, you saw Gizelle and Ashley do what they do and
Start
proved his
trying
point.
to make it about them and make drama out of nowhere. It's like it's your wife's show, not your show, and then proceed to attack him and try to get scenes with him. If he's not a part of the show, why do y'all desperately want a scene with him on camera?
Yeah, so that part to me is a little irritating. I can get people saying no, they feel like Chris is a little too friendly, but I can't get the part of them saying why does he engage in the sense that like this is his wife's job, and because he came on as her partner, her husband, it bodes well for him to actually engage with her job that wants her to be shown as a wife.
Mind you, he is too friendly. He
Yes,
does way too much. He's always trying to put a leash on Candace and tell her what to do, and she lets him do that. Never minding how ridiculous she looks when he does that. Never minding any of those things, right?
and
But
oh, sorry.
no matter what he has done, no matter how ridiculous or reprehensible I find him, I think he's as disgusting as dog vomit. You do not lie on people. That's my thing. I don't care how disgusting a person is. I don't care how dirty a person is. I don't care if I don't like you. I don't care if I absolutely despise you. You do not lie on people. And the fact that they're like, oh, you made it too big. No, it's not too big. It was already too big when you thought it was okay to lie on a person. Like, that is never okay. And I'm not sure why people don't understand that lying on people is never okay. Like, am I being a dinosaur? Am I geezering again? Because I just
No,
feel like that is
I,
horrible.
I
That is
thought it
a
was real common
horrible thing to
sense.
do.
Because even when some people are like, well, Candace didn't make this a big deal because when she saw Giselle the second time at the burn session and pulled her to the side, I'm like, I thought that, okay, you told me this thing, I walked away from you. The second time I see, okay, I'm gonna try to handle it. And then once she saw that Giselle was still not, she didn't mess with Giselle for the rest of the season. So what
She
else?
really didn't
Like,
until Mexico, and then they spoke, and they didn't even put it on camera because all up until then, that girl was intentionally not even reading her. Amazing says, thank you for the super chat. She said, should we start calling Chris Christina? He's too involved. I think he's past Patricia. I don't know what's too involved. Like,
yeah,
his wife let him do all that crap, and it annoys me. Thank you for the super chat. I don't see it as feminine. I absolutely see it as oppressive race play. It's giving me we on the plantation. I'm the overseer, even though you're the one with the money. Like, it's really disgusting. But I'm like, I leave that alone because I say, okay, apparently this is the type of marriage Candace won't. Bless your heart. If you like it, I love it. But the
but
dynamic in that relationship is annoying. It is triggering. Like, oh, it's really disgusting. I can even see people looking at their marriage, shaking their head, and just having to take medication like Dramamine for the nausea. But lying on this guy, like, that's just too far.
yes, I think those are separate issues. If you don't like the dynamics of the relationship, that's one thing. But it's different if, okay, he hangs out when there's a cast trip where the husbands are supposed to come. And I feel like if your wife is not friendly with them, don't be friendly. But that's still a different situation. But when you come to the point now where you are lying on me, I have a
Yeah.
right to speak. That's not me being too involved. Or if I feel like, which people are like, oh, he should have never gone into the room or whatever. I feel like if I feel like you're supposed to be my wife's friend, regardless of them being naive or not, and you slip up and say, if she hits you, so what? I might have a word with you too.
No, he didn't have no business having no word with that woman. I'm gonna be honest. He didn't. Now, he felt like he could because he's been taking liberties the entire time, and his wife has never checked him because that's who's supposed to check him. Why are you
Yeah.
being so friendly? Why are you in everybody's
Yeah,
face?
the friendly part is the issue. I don't think though if you're
He
involving him
never
in an
had
issue though,
any business checking any of his wife's friends. Or, well, if y'all don't stop doing this, people ain't gonna want to watch y'all just attacking her. And listen, that's not your place. Let women deal with women. Had he not went to go and be way too involved and get involved with women's business, he wouldn't even gotten lied on.
I don't know if I believe that one.
He put himself in a position to be lied on. What was she gonna say? Well, Chris was sitting across the building on the other side of the building, and he peeped through my dressing room door around the corner. Like, what the hell could she say?
I think she was still gonna look for something. I do say that he didn't
She
help.
might have looked for something, but the lie of he did something to me and I was uncomfortable and he's a sneaky, none of that would have taken place.
Hmm.
He made that possible. It's not okay to lie on anybody. However, you should never put yourself in a
There's a lesson to be
position.
learned.
Right,
That I will give
exactly.
that. There's a lesson to be learned.
It's a
I don't
lesson to
necessarily
be
think it's
learned.
planned, but there's a lesson to be learned. Because
Yeah,
my thing is like,
she
if you were
dirty, but this is my
sorry,
thing, right, Karen?
hmm
If he learns to stay where he's supposed to stay, he can avoid stuff like this. Now I think he's getting a chance to see why you see women like, no, if you got an issue with my husband, talk to me. Or no, if I don't like something you doing, or if my husband don't like something you doing, I'm gonna come talk to you about it. No, I'm not gonna have you having those sad conversations with my husband. Now he gets to see why black people behave that way.
yes,
Because as much as he puts on the black sin and the BS, he seems to not quite understand the way we move and why we move like we move. Now he know. Because we all know heifers like Giselle. They're usually not as dirty as her, but we all know some heifers that'll either lie
Yes,
on your man or try your man.
like the whiteness allowed him to have this naivete.
Mm-hmm. It does, and it did. And now he's been disabused of that notion. Not
Oh,
happening.
I wanted to respond to Hee L's the longer one. I don't, because people said that as well. I don't think that's a fair comparison. Say my husband smiled at you, telling me, oh, he was a little flirty, and I asked you what he did, and you say he smiled. Like, what is it for me to do with that? But you saying my husband creep was on the bar and he started sliding closer to you and said something that could have led to something else, and then pile on Ashley and then pile on Giselle. That is a different situation.
Yeah, that's different because there was no way for Chris to handle it like that. All they said about Eddie was that he smiled and called him Happy Eddie. What they did to Chris was completely different. That's not a good comparison. They didn't just say he smiled at somebody. They literally got on camera her approaching him first, I like your pink, and her proceeding to get closer to try to engage in conversation for her to flip it. And he was flirting with me and told me that, all us Chris's act alike, and he was trying to get next to me and he was sliding his elbow closer, and Giselle piles on, oh, he's a sneaky link, and I know when a married man is trying to see if I'm with it. They did a lot with that boy. They piled up that lie. LEL said that's not that since the last season lies, he was the whole thing. They did him like Chris. Well, no, that was different too. They did not do him like Chris. What happened last season was they brought up a lie from a blog that they knew wasn't true, and they didn't even get a chance to pile anything on. They didn't get an opportunity because Wendy cleared.
Well, but also the approach was so different because
Yep,
it
they didn't pile on
because
with personal stories. Oh, he did something to me. He did something to my friend. It was just, oh, it's rumors that he messing with somebody at the job.
but it
Like,
was a rumor to help denigrate Wendy's new confidence with her post mommy body. Like
yep,
they used that rumor to then go ahead and dock her out for getting herself together, which every housewife does for the second season. That's what they use that rumor as a vehicle to get at Wendy and her body. That, like, to me, this is a different tactic. It's a
it's a
different tactic.
it's a huge it's a different motive and a different tactic. Because, like you said, their motive was to go at Wendy, and so they brought up a rumor that they had already discussed in text messages that they knew wasn't true, and even asked how they could sue the blog that shall not be named. With Chris, they actually came in with personal testimonials.
Yeah, not some obscure secretary.
Oh, he slid in my DMs. Oh, he was in my room as a sneaky link. Oh, he tried to holler at my friend that looked like George Foreman. Like, they really was putting a lot on it.
So yeah, still, and even that's still not a fair comparison because even then people said Wendy did too much.
Well, anytime you're a black woman, you did too much. But she did just the right amount. Because Wendy did what other housewives do on other franchises, which is get they look together. The only person that really did that on this show was Karen. Candace didn't come on looking a mess, so she stayed about the same. Monique didn't come on looking a mess, she stayed the same. But Karen got her look together, they've been mad at her ever since. And then when Wendy got her look together, they've been mad with her ever since. Like, they don't like, that you're doing what the other women on the other franchises can do, because Potomac is the poor franchise.
Which is the part to me where I was just like, when it came to the audience, and again, this is why the audience, I feel like y'all, but not y'all, need to look within yourselves when you're having this discussion and try to be able to really separate if you don't like this person for not really liking them or there's something else going on. Because the way in which people are going crazy, and I know, like, the whole baby, like, the woman came on, just had a baby, whatever, she came on, she got the job for being professor, that's the thing she's going to talk about. The next season, you reflect, you see, okay, they call me a Fiji bottle, okay, I'm gonna get a little hip, I'm gonna get a little booby. I'm done thinking the kid, okay, hike the titties up. The skin was already beautiful. The makeup that was not. So all she did was fix the makeup and laser off. And honestly, she really didn't do that much.
She really didn't. She just went and got a mommy makeover and a foundation that matched. That's all she did.
And laser the edges.
No. And she got better wigs.
and she probably got that hairline either waxed or threaded.
Oh, yes, started.
And that was it. Like all she needed was like a little tushing up, just a little tushing up, and she was, where she needed to be because she was never big, she was never out of shape like that. She just had a baby, and she wasn't really shapely. Every Black woman is not guaranteed to be shapely. Sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't have it. And the fact that she wanted to get a little push, a little pull, a little pinch, a little nip, a little tuck, she ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah, so that
Just
part
like
to me
Tina
is just
Burner,
like,
she stepped her game up.
mhm.
And Robert and Rings have been pissed off ever since. Honey, she stepped her game up and went to serving that chocolate. And baby Team Yellow was sick.
And
Sick.
again, in comparison, because some people were like, "Oh, how could Candace say the colorism part about like Giselle using her proximity to whiteness to be able to say this when it's against the white man?" But the optics of it, because she was so afraid of the optics. The optics of it is though that you do have this white man of this blackish cast, and he even said, "I felt bad because this is going to air during Black History Month, and I'm yelling at this woman." Like there, like, and a whole bunch of people. I saw a whole bunch of people being mad about him raising her voice at her when she was acting like she didn't know what she said. When she was acting like she didn't know that she kept saying, "I did not like." She explicitly said multiple times, "I did not like what he did to me. What he did to me was completely wrong." And then we get to the reunion, and you want to pretend like you didn't say that.
Here's my thing, right? I wouldn't care if he dry yelled at her. You lied on it.
Yes.
You do not have the right to lie on people. Y'all hear that thunder?
Yes, I do.
So we ain't gonna be here much longer now. I'm old
Because
school.
you're
I'm like, okay, we on the countdown. But when you lie on somebody, you can't tell them how mad to get. Nobody asks you to lie on that person. Like some people you can lie on and we'll laugh at you and be like, I'm gonna wait for you to bust your head open later. And some people gonna get mad and pop off, and it is what it is. You can't offend somebody and tell them how mad to get. That's not how this works.
and
Lord, Lisa Trees and DT talking about Robert can do pizza delivery or a laundromat
God.
assistant. I'm through.
Y'all got her hustling.
Every day she hustling. Every day she hustling. Girl, everywhere she goes, she gonna have Rick Ross in the car. Hustling, 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 hustling. Okay. Who you think you messing with? I'm the boss. 745, white or white, Rick Ross.
That's her new anthem.
Yeah, she cut them long, she cut them hard, she cut them fat. Go on, Robert.
Oh, I can't.
She keep them coming back, but one ain't coming back.
Everybody, I am done with Sneetra. I am done with her.
Hey, D cover girl. Man, I'm for real. Like, I don't know. I don't want them kids taking cold baths. They live up north. That's not
But
cool.
that is not our fault. That is their parents' fault. They have grandparents who are well-to-do.
They decent enough, and let grandma and them take them churn or something.
Yes. So they fine. They fine. One more thing was Giselle said, "Oh, we know who keeps talking, and they have things to hide." Heifer,
What is there to hide?
But you were the heifer who was going around and in your interviews before the reunion. I have much more to say. Now I'm not holding back. We're not friends anymore. I'm not holding back. I was sparing her feelings. Da, 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 da.
I'm gonna say everything. And then when that boy got that text message and went to them people and was like, I'm concerned. Is she about to lie on me? Oh no, we can guarantee she not gonna do that. Then she get out there on the stage and I got nothing now. Why you ain't got nothing? Tell the lie you was gonna tell.
And then some people wanted to act like he was crazy for saying that, or like he was. And it says, we have our disagreements about money, but she went on the internet and she told her different stories, and now they're acting like he's being all convoluted. When he explicitly said, "I got this. It was anonymous. I didn't believe it. I didn't think anything of it," until she started doing these interviews before the reunion was filming, and kept saying there was more to say. Kept saying it. Then that makes sense to him. Like, what? And he said,
And
"I
you
showed up
know
to the
what? He
reunion."
should have been concerned because I'm pretty sure he never thought in a million years she was gonna lie on him and say he was trying to see if she was with it.
With it.
Girl, don't know. That man do not. He clearly likes younger women who are thin.
He is not trying to claw through that cellulite and cellular heavy to find that cobweb ridden cavern between your legs. No, ma'am. Stop that. Big Stain say Grizzly is a fool.
Yeah, so just for her to be up there like, well, you keep talking, that means you know you have to hide. No, you and your
What
friend
is
had
there
things to
to
hide.
hide?
Your
There's
friend
nothing
literally
to
got caught
hide.
hiding something. Your friend literally got caught hiding something, and you were talking about someone else hiding something? Are we serious?
Lord, he LEL say Gizzard looked scared when Chris came. She did. She really did. Lord, not
What
one
about
moving to
shipping him off to
Canada.
Canada?
He can't go to Canada because he pissed that girl off by trying to get her to go with his friend too.
And also, Canada might be too expensive for his blood.
You ain't lying.
I don't know.
I feel
If
like
they could
Juan.
barely
I feel
survive
like
in the DMV, I don't know about the Canada.
I feel like Juan need to make a move to Mississippi. It's a little cheaper in Mississippi.
Yes.
A little cheaper in Mississippi. Alabama too.
Because my thing is, people think that like they're making all this money when, to me, it always logically makes sense that they weren't making the $500,000 when they're one of the younger franchises and also a black one, unfortunately.
And not only that, the one that's not like a blockbuster.
Yeah,
Your
they
best
weren't pulling
season.
in $1 million, like Atlanta. And my thing is, I watched everybody, and on Beverly Hills, I think Erica Jane. At the time, she had been on. I think she has been on Beverly Hills for as long or longer than Potomac has been on, and her check was $600,000. Ain't no way
Ain't
Rob
none of them
Ham
getting
and
that.
Gizzard are getting anywhere near that.
No, not at all.
If she's just not getting $600,000 on, no. So to
They're
me, it's
not.
like there is cause for concern of like, are y'all saving your money? Are you investing it well, or do you sink it all into this house when the housing market's about to crash?
Well, look, that girl just happy to have a house. You know, she done
Oh,
lost a couple of houses, and
why you bringing up the townhouses? You bring up.
well,
I
it's
mean,
the truth.
we're still expensive enough space for that area, but I'm just like, good God.
Hey, be nice. You show late, baby, because I can't stay long. It's thundering and lightning over here. Y'all know I'm old school. I'm tempted to turn off all the lights and tell all y'all to be quiet
Oh
because
my
God hear me
God.
first.
No, you are not. Are we gonna
I'm
go sit in the
tempted.
bathtub?
I would go sit on the floor, but my knees bad. I mess around and have to sleep down there.
Well, if you put a few comforters for padding.
Girl, as heavy as I am, all this rump. Do you know this rump press through them covers? It'll be like I'm laying on raw cement.
Okay, you said
When
no.
you have it displaced the cover.
Okay, I tried. Everybody.
I'm not getting my big tail down there on that floor. Because ain't none of y'all in Houston to help me get up. Be nice, say, do you really think that Bravo is gonna keep her? I believe they gonna try to, child.
Okay, I know you said this earlier, but I don't know because I feel like regardless of, I think one of the OGs is going to have to go. I feel like they wouldn't have a problem. I feel like Giselle could fight hard for Robin, but she wouldn't fight hard necessarily for Ashley like that. And I feel like if an OG is going to go, then I think it would be Ashley. Because if you really look at it, if Michael is not there, nothing is going on with Ashley. And
Mm-mm.
and so she's gonna have Giselle backing her up like that. I can see Giselle maybe saying a piece of a word, but not as much because she's gonna have to work hard for Robin.
What's funny is they gotta regroup their whole plan. Because their plan was to attack Candace and ice out Wendy and have them on the chopping block. That was the plan, and none of that worked.
Yes, and especially since okay, let me know when you gotta go. Ashley, I remember we were listening to the interviews with Christopher, and I remember him saying that after the season 6 at the Crab Shack or whatever. When he's tripped
Mhm.
and they were hanging out with Karen and just drinking, and Ashley was like, "Oh, just let her be, whatever."
Yeah, he
But
said that.
But someone made a great point though, and it came up this season. Ashley is saying let her be because Ashley knows that when Candace goes off, she gets to cry white woman, and everyone else on the internet and
Yeah,
on
they
the
want
cast
her
will
to go
follow.
off so they can play victim. Right. We need her to act stupid so we can play victim.
And Giselle was hoping for Candace to do that. And so then when Giselle and everyone who thinks like her is like, she made this a bigger deal. She Heffa, You talked to her once, and then she talked to you once afterwards, and she didn't mess with you no more. Because y'all were expecting her, though, to know, which I don't even think she's act a fool, but you were expecting her to give you something to act
They wanted
victim.
her to go off and scream and yell and throw salad and just all kind of silly childish stuff. And the girl gave them none of that. She gave them dust.
Yeah,
And that's what sabotaged their whole plan right there, because she didn't do the predictable thing. And it's good not to be predictable. Tia Baller, I had to leave this comment up because you playing. Talking about they gonna take
yeah.
pity on She-Hulk. I'm through. Why y'all doing She-Hulk like that? Because when She-Hulk was with Megan Thee Stallion, she was twerking and everything.
Yeah, she was doing her thing, and she's an attorney. She's an accomplished woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, She-Hulk bad. Be nice, say they need Ashley. She know how to apologize and get back in good graces. I'll give her that. She will apologize in a hurry. DT, thank you for the super chat. He says the Queen's Court has Tamar, Evelyn, Hosada, and Nivea trying to find a new man. I don't know why Hosada need a new man though. And still look like a poisoned septic tank.
Oh God,
Have mercy.
what
I
kind of
know
poison?
exactly what you're trying to say, and I can't even disagree. Lisa say making plans preseason really messed up things. Yes. And then we saw them meeting up again, all of them dancing off key and looking like again unwashed, unseasoned chicken.
Yes, and some new hard boobs. Good God, put them away, Ashley.
Yeah. Ashley's breast look like she got some old sourdough tucked up in there.
It looked real hard.
Some hard muffins.
Yes, like
Oh Lord.
2 weeks old.
I'm through. Say Warren and Robert gonna be breeding pit
Oh
bulls.
God, oh God. No, 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 no. Kiki LL, go. I don't have the authority, but I say go in the corner because you did not bring up the breeding.
Go in the corner. Go in the corner. Elliot, they gonna be breeding pit bulls and stuff to pay their mortgage when she get fired. Think about the kids, y'all. That's right.
No,
Thank you
the
for the
parents should have been thinking about it.
thank you so much for the super sticker. I miss you around here. I know you be busy. Yes, Elliot said they gonna be breeding pit bulls. Is it the bully breed? What kind they breed? I might
No.
get one.
But you know what? They can't do that. They can't do that because they have that loser spirit, and they will probably inbreed them
Um,
so fast, so quickly they'll be dying off real fast. No, they can't do it.
Yeah, you're right. The poor little puppies will be just
We can't
stillborn
be
and all
responsible for
types
that.
of stuff. Yeah, I forgot they both got the spirit of the losers on them.
Next thing you
I,
know, they didn't create a mutant breed or something that they can't survive breathing air. I don't know.
oh no. It'll be like that episode of Family Guy when Brian and Stewie had them clone babies.
I'm sorry. The plan is a no go. They don't have the aptitude
It
for
ain't
that.
no- Yeah, they both losers, man. DT say all of them look like expired ciabatta bread, stiff and sour. Oh,
And it don't take hard. It don't take long for that to happen. Real quick.
oh. I'm through with y'all. I'm gonna get out of here before I get struck by lightning playing with y'all. I, no, y'all ain't gonna get me struck. I had one of my fat cousins got struck by lightning on the phone.
Uh,
Oh, thanks, sis. You at work hiding where you can hang out with us. Okay. Lisa say Rob better not go back to acting. Her performance is terrible. Yes, God. She could have played the regular Hulk. I'd have bought that. They have the kind that can eat embellished hats for dinner. Oh wow.
again, but this is just animal cruelty.
Okay, sis. Yeah, that would be animal cruelty for real, for real. But yeah, I'm for real. One of my fat cousins got struck by lightning, and I've been real gun shy ever since. I'm
Okay,
real.
let's
I
see.
get spooked. Huh?
All right, we'll let you do your ritual to protect yourself.
Yeah, I'm everything but get on the floor. I can do everything but get down there on that floor. I ain't gonna do that, but I'm gonna do everything else because that thunder and lightning got real loud there for a minute. So I don't want to go, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go.
Thank you for sharing your time with us.
Thank you for being here. You know I love me some cat honey.
Yeah.
You want to tell these folks anything else before we all go to bed?
We had a wonderful laugh tonight. We talked deep. We talked light. We tried. He LL tried to give Robin and Juan a plan, but I said no because we don't want to do that to the dogs.
Yes, God save the dogs.
Save the
But,
dogs. So that is the final message. Save the dogs.
God save the dogs. Yes, and poor Juan and all that. All right, Kai. I'm gonna try to get back in here tomorrow. I had to take a couple days off, but I'm back. I needed some time, to just work and not be on here clowning. Because when I start clowning, I stay too long.
I know. I know. I fell asleep one time. I know.
Yeah, you sure did fall asleep up here with us. You sure did. I almost forgot you did that too. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh God, I should
Okay.
have done that. I was embarrassed. No, it happens. It happens everyone.
Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna go get you some rest, honey. For everybody else, y'all, if y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, please, 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 in the words of James Brown, hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this porch. If you don't mind, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Okay. And make sure if you want to join channel membership that you hit the join button under the video or the membership link in the description box. So everybody here, y'all, have a great night. Sweet dreams. Say your prayers and all that jazz, okay? Make sure that you set your alarms for work and everything in the morning. And I'm going to try to talk to y'all tomorrow, okay? And remember, if nobody else says it to you, remember that God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing that you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye, y'all.